Hi, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Shanae. Today I'm going to talk about all of the WIPs or works in progress that I have, all the things that I'm working on crocheting. A couple of them are quicker projects and then a couple of them are more longer term WIPs. So you'll see me finish some of these sooner and others you'll see me work on for a while. So let's get into my current WIPs. The first one I want to share is a V-Stitch Cowl. This is how far I have right now. I'll link all of the patterns that I'm using down below. This one, you literally just keep crocheting until it's how long you want it to be. And my plan for this is just to use up this yarn that I have. This is from Joanne. I don't even remember. Oh, I do have a label. It is the K&C, the Knit and Crochet Superwash Wool Luxe. So when Joanne was still in business, I would go there pretty often and browse the yarn, and I would only buy natural fibers, but now I want to kind of narrow that down even more. I only want to buy cotton because I don't enjoy working with wool. It's really nice. This feels nice and soft and squishy, and it's going to be warm and everything, but it's just frustrating because this is all the same ball of yarn, but all of these ends are because it just was broken in so many spots, so I just had to keep reattaching it with the same ball of yarn, and I'm still working on the same ball of yarn. So what I did when I bought this yarn is I bought like 3 different sets of 2. So I have this color that I'm going to pair with, don't judge me on how this ball of yarn looks, with this color. So it'll be this together. It's not going to be very much bigger than this because this is how much I have left of this. So maybe like 2 more rows, honestly. So probably this double is how big the cowl is going to be. So we'll see. And then the other ones, I had a black and a yellow, and then kind of similar to this, I had a solid teal with like a variegated teal, but I only have the variegated teal now. And then I also used the yellow and black, excuse me, for a different project, so I don't have the full balls of those, so I kind of plan on putting those 3 together. I considered putting all 5 together, but I don't think they would go with these, but I think the yellow, the teal, and the black would go together. So I'll have 2 cowls, and we'll see if I'll try it on when it's done and see if I would actually use it. I might just gift it to someone else. This yarn too, my cat, for some reason, not this one, but my orange cat who's sleeping on that side of the couch, he just wants to eat this yarn. The yellow and black yarn I used to make mini ears a couple years ago because we went on a Disney cruise, and I had a Hakuna Matata shirt that was yellow and black, so I wanted ears to match. And he ate the yarn off of it. So there's something about this yarn, like something about wool, I guess. So that's another reason why I won't buy wool again, because my cat just wants to eat it, and I'm constantly having to separate him from it too much. My next WIP is the one I'm most focused on because I'm really close to being done with it, and I also love how it's turning out, and that is this checkered tote. This is another, if you saw my video of all my completed projects, this is another one with the Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, because this is yarn I had left over from trying to make a bag for my sister that I never finished, and I just had a dumb amount left over. And it's a tapestry of Ghostface holding a knife, and this brown is literally just the color of the handle of his knife, and he's holding it. I'll probably put the grid for it on the screen so you can see. It's probably like this amount of yarn that I used for that. So I was able to make the body of the bag and still have some left over because I had used so little of it. It was basically a brand new thing. All I have left to finish here, I already have 1 strap done, and I'm working on the second one. And then I plan on doing single crochets all the way around just to clean up this edge here and kind of make it more secure. And I just love how it's turning out. I think I might actually just keep this for myself and use it as a purse because it's really cute. And I would make this again. It's taking forever because it's using a 3mm hook, but that's making it so tough and so secure. And also because you're carrying the yarn in between, there's like an extra strand of yarn all the way through that's keeping this super secure. So this is gonna be a really strong bag. I would recommend making it with cotton. I would definitely make it again with different colors, but I love these. My high school self would have loved this, and I still love these colors, and it's neutral enough. Yeah, it's gonna be my purse when it's done. I love it. Okay, the next two are my longer term projects. This first one I'm gonna share with you, I honestly can't tell you how long it's gonna take me because I wanna do it right. It's going to be a blanket for my daughter, and I'm making these retro daisy squares. So what I did is, here, let me see if you can tell. Yeah, so between these, you can see there's 4 colors, right? So it's the hot pink, the light pink, the orange, and the yellow. And so what I did is with those 4, I made every possible combination. So there's 24. That was a weird noise. So there's 24 total squares, which I'll show you in a big stack. So that's all of those. That doesn't even look like it's 24. It actually looked like it's less for some reason. I don't know. That's 24 squares with every possible color combination. And then I also got these 4 colors. So I've got white, black, light gray, dark gray. And so I'm making every possible color combination of these. I've done 18, I think. Yeah, I've done 18 because what I do is I make however many squares I need. I make the circles. So each color is going to be 6 squares. So I make 6 circles in that color, and then I go and make those squares. So I've done that for dark gray, for black, and for white. I have all of the squares with these centers. So I still have to make the light gray centers and make those squares. But the issue is, even after I do that, it's not going to be big enough to make it a blanket. I've laid out the squares. It's just not big enough. So I plan on making them at least one more time, because what I want to do and what my daughter wants me to do is I'm going to attach the squares together like this and then make it into a blanket so it's a double-sided blanket. Because look at how the back looks on these. They look weird, right? But also, like, this is my daughter's personality. Like, she loves like the goth alt emo, but she also likes the pretty, fun, girly, bright colors. So she can put this on her bed, and like depending on her mood, she could flip it over, and it's gonna be so cute. I'm getting kind of tired of making these squares, to be honest, so I'm trying to pace myself so I don't burn myself out, and I want to finish this for her. In my mind, it was going to be for her birthday, which is in November, so I still have some time, but I would have to focus so much on these squares that I might burn myself out, so we'll see. I'll have to come up with a plan on it so that it's not like 10 years or something. Definitely by her next birthday I'll have it done, but this one's taken a while. I love this pattern of the retro daisy squares. I would make them again for other projects. There's other things I've seen them for, like cardigans or book sleeves, or honestly with a granny square you can make pretty much anything. So I would make this for other things. It's just the fact that I have to make so many for this project. I'm kind of getting tired of it, and I'm taking an extended break from it, but I'll come back to it. Don't worry. All right, and my last one, which is also a long term because it's so many. So let me explain. So in my video where I talked about all the projects that I finished, I talked about how I'm making cardigans for all the girls in my immediate family. So my mom, my sister, my mother-in-law, my sisters-in-law, and my daughter. I'm making a cardigan for all of them, plus another one for myself to match theirs. And I just made mine to kind of see how the pattern worked. So what I did is I asked all of them, what are 1 to 3 of your favorite colors to wear? And they all sent them to me. And I was going to kind of play with that and see how I could make them, but they all sent me color combinations that go really well together and that I have a lot of options for at Hobby Lobby. So that's what I'm working on. So I have the first one is for one of my sisters-in-law, and so it's white, blue, and green. I've got one sleeve completely done and joined on the top. And then I have the other sleeve, which needs 2 more rounds. And then I can join it on the top on the next round of white. And then I can complete it by adding to the back, the bottom, doing the ribbing, and the cuff. So that is a lot. So it's probably going to be at least a couple more days of work. But the reason why I'm not done with it is because I didn't buy enough yarn. So I have this problem where I buy too much yarn. So I'm trying to be better at that. So now what I'm doing is buying maybe a couple skeins and kind of trying to estimate how much I need, and then going back to get more. I haven't had any issues, knock on wood, with dye lots, but whatever, it'll be okay. So I just actually a couple days ago I ran out of the blue and green. I got plenty of the white because I was like, I can buy more of that because other people in my family want white also. So it's okay to buy extra of that. But the blue and green I ran out of. But since I got more, I can work on it and I'll finish this within a couple of days. Since I ran out of those, I started on this one, which was black, blue, and green. And I decided, since it's black, to do a different blue and green. That's why I didn't have enough for the other one. But this, I just have to do 1 more round of black, right? 1, 2, yeah, just 1 more round of black. And when I do that, I can join it at the top. And I just decided to stop here because I don't want to burn myself out on the cardigans. If I'm just doing the same pattern over and over again, I'm going to burn myself out. So as I'm working on this and the squares, my plan is to work on it until my brain's like, okay, you need to stop, and then I'm going to do something else. So I also, since I knew I needed more of the blue and green for this one, I bought more blue and green for this one. So once I'm ready to go back to these, I'll be able to finish both of them. And then I will be able to tell how much yarn I need to make the other cardigans, and I can buy actually the right amount. So thank you again for listening to me ramble in this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to see more from me, and have a good one. Bye.